Hi everyone, so my name is Mel and I'm from the Skills and Job Centre here at Box Hill Institute. Normally we would be doing this presentation to you in your classroom, but we've had to adapt that a little bit at the moment, obviously, with the current situation. So I just want to run through some employability skills with you and talk about the importance of recognising these skills when we're starting to put together a CV. So employability skills are also known as soft skills, and what they are is they relate to the knowledge, attributes and experiences that you can obtain throughout your career. So that for you guys at the moment would start at school. It's the skills that will enable you to adapt and manage your career. It's the skills that you can take from job to job and would be important no matter where you go. Okay. For someone coming out of high school at the moment, on average, they're going to work for at least 5 different industries, okay? So when you think about 5 different industries, okay, that could be construction to healthcare to hospitality into IT, and you might finish in a project management role, all very different skills. But one thing they have in common is their employability skills, okay? So these are important to know, and also to start to recognize where we're identifying these skills, okay? So on average, you're going to work for at least 17 different employers across those industries. That's a lot of change throughout your career. On average now, the average time someone spends in a job is 2 years. That's not a long amount of time. Okay, so it's expected that you're going to change. The world of work has changed. There's a lot more contract, a lot more temporary, and a lot more casual work. So when we look at our soft skills and we look at our transferable skills, the reason they're highly desirable to employers is because they're things that you develop over time. We can't teach them to you directly. We can teach you what they are, we can teach you how to develop them, but it's something that you will do over time. Okay, you're probably already doing a lot of that at school at the moment. When we come into TAFE or when we finish school, it's fantastic. You're getting some wonderful practical skills. You might be coming to TAFE and undertaking a vet course, learning from some of the industry's best. They've come in to teach you practical skills. You might be in a class with 26 other people who are learning the same practical skills. Okay, you're going to come out with the same qualification that they have. What is going to set you aside from the person next to you is your employability skills and your attitude. Okay, so if you think 26 people, same qualification, when you meet with someone, the employability skills are something that they're going to ask you about, and your attitude is what's going to make them choose you over anybody else. Okay, so if we look at the key employability skills, number 1 is communication. Okay, it's important when we talk about communication to remember this is not just the words that we're saying. Okay, such a small part of communication is actually what we say verbally. A lot of our communication comes through our non-verbal communication, such as your eye contact, your body language, okay, your ability to stand up straight, your ability to connect with people, okay? Listening is such a valuable part of that as well. Your ability to actually listen to what someone is saying and then be able to mirror their behaviour, okay, and acknowledge that. Communication is number 1 employability skill worldwide. No matter who you work for, no matter where you work for, you're going to need to communicate with people, with customers, with teammates at some point in time. Okay. So great ways that you can work on building those communication skills is you could get a casual job. You may already have one, okay, which is fantastic for building communication skills. You can participate in group projects. You might be part of a club or a team. You can look at some volunteer work, or you may have already done some work experience or volunteer work through school, and just talk to people. Actually have conversations with the people around you. It's so easy now to just get lost in your phone or get lost in what you're doing and not actually be able to look someone in the eye and have that conversation. We work with a lot of employers at the Skills and Job Centre as part of what we do, and the number 1 feedback we have from employees is, mate, they just can't talk to me. They can't even look me in the eye when I try and speak to them. We're looking for an apprentice who can actually hold a conversation. Okay, it's important that you're able to do that. Teamwork, number 2. So teamwork is being able to get along with the people you work with, okay? It's important to recognise that you may work with people that you don't get along with personally, okay? You wouldn't be friends with them outside of work. But in a professional space, you actually need to be able to find a way to work with people, no matter who they are. right? Some of you will work in big teams, some of you will work in small teams, but you need to professionally be able to work in a team to achieve a shared goal. Very few jobs that won't require you to work with someone else at one point or another. Ways to build teamwork, play a team sport, fantastic. Okay, footy, cricket, basketball, they are all team sports. You need to communicate, okay, you need to work together to actually achieve your common goal, which is to get the win on the board. Volunteer work is another great way of building that casual and part-time employment, and also those group projects and assessments. Okay. Problem solving means you can find a solution, okay, when we're faced with setbacks. The current situation, I guess, is a great example of businesses and employees having to use their problem solving skills. The hospitality industry had to almost change overnight. They were forced to shut down, and they've had to come up with creative solutions to try and keep some income coming in. Okay, so what it means by problem solving is you don't have to have the answer, but you need to be able to stop, look at a problem and use a logical process to figure that out. The logical process might be that you can't figure that out, or you aren't the answer to the problem. So that's being able to identify that and escalating that to someone who may be able to help you. Okay. So great ways of building those problem solving skills that you can do. Try and learn new things. Okay, nothing is like better than to solve a problem than actually learning a new skill that you don't know. Have a look, fix things around your house, have a look at how things work. If you are a sporting person and you do play for a club, have a look at coaching a junior sports team, okay? And talk to other people. If you've seen someone fix something, well, how did you fix that? Initiative is also a big one. Initiative is being able to look at something and go, okay, I can see that there's a spill on the floor. I need to sort that out. Or I can see that a truck's just dropped off a major delivery. I need to help to sort that out. Okay, it's about being able to look at things and do things without being asked. So if we have a look at that on a building site, okay, a lot of initiative will come around health and safety, making sure that you're keeping your area clean and doing things that are going to keep everybody safe, okay, without being asked or without being told. Great ways to build initiative. We can undertake a work placement to show a business that you want to improve your skills, okay? That is calling an employer, putting yourself out there, that's showing that you really want something. Organising a fundraising event to support a community event. Do things around your house without being asked. I mean, I always get a lot of eye rolls here, but it's true. Helping out around the house is a great way of building initiative without being asked. And paid employment. And you'll notice that a lot of these skills are being built through paid employment. Planning and organising, being able to plan your day. Okay, so this is not about your boss being able to say, right, here's the jobs we have to do. This is about you being able to plan your day. It's about taking some accountability for the work that you have to do and being able to work out, well, how's the best way for me to do that? Okay, when do I need to take my lunch break? When do I need to take my tea breaks? What has to be done today? How do I prioritise that? I've got all this work to do. What is most urgent and what do I have to work on first? Okay. So planning and organising, you guys would be doing that. If you're completing VC or VCAL, you would be planning and organising already because you have assessment tasks due, you have things that you need to do. So you can also take that to the next level by developing a study timetable, plan or organise an event at home or school, organise a meal planner at home so you can share in the cooking and everybody knows what we're having, and organise what you need for school the night before. Again, these are such small things, but they really will help to start to build those skills. Okay. Self-management. This includes being reliable. This is about you being able to set your alarm and get yourself up and get yourself to work on time or get yourself to school on time. Excuse me. This is not about mum or dad being your alarm. Okay. This is about making sure that if you have to get to school, that you know how you're going to get there the night before. Okay. So self-management is being responsible. It's about knowing, okay, I need to take these textbooks to school. I'm going to make sure they're in my bag. Okay, it's not up to anybody else to do that for you. It's the same in a workplace. If you know you've got to take particular tools or you need particular equipment, it is your responsibility to make sure you have that ready. Okay. So ways that you can have a look at self-management is asking for new responsibilities at work, keeping your room clean and tidy and keeping your workspace tidy. Always make sure you say what you're going to do. Okay, take accountability for your actions and hand things in on time. It's a great way at school is to take some self-management and work in with that planning and organising, to make sure you hit your deadlines and to make sure you get your assessments in on time. Learning is a big one, okay? What we're seeing now is that when you think about what we spoke about earlier, where you will work at least 5 different industries for potentially 17 or more employers, we are constantly learning. So we don't necessarily mean learning by always being at school, always going back to school. It's about opening your mind to new experiences and taking on new practices, okay? Things change so rapidly. Trades now, a bricklayer, it used to be a really cumbersome job. But with the new technology that's emerging, the skill of a bricklayer now is no longer physical. The skills that a bricklayer will need will actually be digital, because it's about controlling robots who do that physical work for you. Okay, so things are continuously developing and changing at such a rapid rate that you need to be able to open your mind to learning and keep expanding your knowledge. Okay. Enhance your learning skills. Short courses or online courses are a great way to do that and fit them around what you're already doing. New hobbies and teaching yourself via things like YouTube. Try different subjects at school. Try something that you're unsure of. Have a look at something, and again, get that casual job, okay? Because you never know what experiences that's going to open up your world to. Your technological skills, software and hardware, again, changing at such a rapid rate. We need to make sure that we're comfortable with technology, we understand technology, and that's generally not too much that we have to worry about for anyone coming out of school at the moment. You've been using technology for such a long time. Okay, but you can, again, keep up with the current trends, try new things, attend open days at TAFE, okay, to get some new experiences. When you come into an open day at Box Hill, you can try our VR machines. Okay, you can do some welding via VR. You can come in, and some of our nursing dummies are all now actual robots that be controlled by a control center. So there is so much stuff that we learn. Our 3D printers are always out for you to try as well. So go and have a look at different things and understand what they are, and understand how they're used and how they're going to be useful. Okay. So remember, you can develop new skills anywhere, okay? Even playing something like a game like Fortnite. People always tell me, oh, my mum tells me I spend too much time on my PlayStation. But when you look at a game like Fortnite, you are using teamwork, you are problem solving, okay? You do use technology and you can show some initiative. But it's really important to acknowledge our other skills there. Our self-management for playing on our PlayStation would be, okay, I need to make sure my homework's done first. I need to make sure my responsibilities are done before I start doing these things, okay? So plan and organize your time, yeah? So anything you do, you can gain experience if you stop and actually have a look at that and work out, okay, what can I gain from this? All right, some great resources for you guys to have a look at, which will give you some more information on employability skills, on building a resume, and on some future pathways, these websites here. So Youth Central, My Future, the Outer Eastern Len website, so the OLN website, or Job Outlook as well. Okay, so as I mentioned before, I'm from the Skills and Job Centre. What we can provide you with is career advice and guidance. We can give you information on where are the jobs likely to be. So if you're starting to look at what you're going to do past high school, you want to make sure that any future study you do actually links into jobs that are going to be available, okay? We run job search skills websites. We can help you put a resume together. We can help you get prepared for interviews if you're a little bit nervous. We can talk to you about the best way to job search. We can have a look at what your journey is, and we can support you on that journey. Okay, so we're there to support no matter who you are. We are funded by the Victorian State Government, so you don't have to be a Box Hill Institute student to come and see us, and we can help anyone from 15 through to retirement age. Okay. So as I mentioned, we're funded by the state government. There's our contact details. At the moment, during the COVID-19 phase, our team are working remotely, but you're welcome to use those contact details and speak to one of our team over the phone or via video conference. We can also email as well. So thank you for listening. If you'd like any more information, please don't hesitate to let us know, and hopefully we'll see you in the classroom sometime soon.